Good morning, everyone. I bet you're wondering why I'm still here in my office instead of in Florida giving my talk. And that is exactly what I'm going to be sharing about today. How to see the higher perspective when things go awry in your business. And there has been a lot that has happened in March for me. So it started off March 1st. Hi, Kevin. I see some people joining. March 1st, I got a stomach bug, and Lindsay brought something home from daycare. Thank God she was okay, but I was just down for the count. March 1st, I'm like, great, this is how March is going to start out. Then a week later, last week, they got into a car accident. So Eric called me on Monday around 5:20. He takes my car. Hi, Marlene. Eric takes my car to pick Lindsay and Penny up from daycare, and he's like, yeah, we just got into an accident. And so I had to go to the scene, and luckily, as soon as I saw Lindsay was okay, I was like, okay. But I held it together pretty well considering it's very traumatic. So I had a stomach bug. Then Lindsay and Penny were in the car. Eric got into a car accident with my car. That was kind of a whirlwind last weekend or last week to figure out the insurance and the tow truck. My car had to get towed. And then just all of the conversations, right, that come with a car accident, as well as the traumatic part of it. So then yesterday, I'm all packed. I typed out directions for Eric to make sure Lindsay was okay. And here's her routine, and this is what to pack for daycare. My mother-in-law was over. Penny was going to go get boarded because now she jumps on the table and tries to eat all Lindsay's food. Everything was all set. So I took my Uber to the airport, and it was just torrential downpour. It was kind of shaky. I was like, it was kind of an older gentleman who was my Uber driver. So I was a little bit on edge the entire ride because the car was kind of moving because it was so windy. So I get to the airport, breeze right through because I have TSA pre-check, and so I'm just waiting there. And I knew that my flight was delayed, so I just started working on my presentation for MHA. And I was so excited because I have been researching employee engagement and reading books and learning from other NSA speakers, and I poured my heart into this presentation. Then Southwest announces, okay, you're delayed until 3:15. My original flight was 1:35. So then I get pushed again to 3:45, and then the screen goes blank, and it's like a Fort Lauderdale flight. I was going to Orlando. So then the person next to me is like, yeah, the flight just got canceled. So by that time, I think it was like 3 o'clock or 3:30, whatever it was. And I just said to myself, I'm letting go. I'm going home. I know that this is a big opportunity. I know that I worked hard for this, and I was disappointed and deflated and frustrated. And at that point, I was like, okay, it's time to go home. So I didn't even wait because I live about 40 minutes from the airport is 40 minutes from my house. And my husband's like, I'll come pick you up. And I'm like, I'm not going to wait 40 minutes for you to come here. I'll just get an Uber. So I was on my way home, and the flight got rescheduled, I think, to 6:50. Mind you, I go to bed at 8 o'clock because my body is primed now with a baby. We put her to bed at 7:30. I'm in bed by 8 o'clock. So I'm like, nope. I probably could have waited at the airport, but I just decided not to. I'm like, no, I'm not going to wait another 3 hours to potentially get on this flight. So I just decided, I'm like, you know what? I could come from that scarcity of, oh my gosh, I'm getting paid this much of, money, and like this is my first talk where I'm getting flown out there, and I was going to have a car service pick me up and somebody holding my name and all of that. But I decided, I'm like, you know what? The next level version of me is going to have so many more opportunities. So it's okay if I let this go. But my husband was like, that was a power move that you just came home, because I tried to look at some flights for this morning because my talk was going to be later on today. I was like, no, it's fine. I'm just going to let this go. And I try to see things from a higher perspective. And that's why I'm really coming on today, because I don't have anything to prove or defend or justify. I want to show you guys how I work through problems in my business, and hiccups and cancellations and health issues and family things, because I know that business is not always a smooth ride. But I'm back at it today. I'm not like, oh man, like I have all these problems, and oh, like I'm not at that low energy of I'm not going to like stop what I'm doing. I'm keeping the energy moving. I'm going to feel the feelings. Like I cried, I was upset. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Kevin, I just really appreciate you so much. Thank you for staying with me all these years. Yeah, I want to show you guys how I navigate shit shows, and that's what this is. So, hi Sharon. Hello. I'm just talking about how I've navigated a stomach bug, a car accident, canceled flight, and I'm realizing there is a bigger lesson here, and I see how God protects me. Whenever I'm like, oh, in that victim mindset of like, why is this happening? And I let myself feel the feelings. I moved through them. I cried yesterday because actually I didn't cry whenever Eric got into the car accident. I think because I knew they were okay. So I was like calm, cool, collected. But yesterday I was like, bah! I got out of the shower when I got home. And I was like, I need to release this. I need to release this pent up energy and everything that had gone on. And like I said, I know so many of you, I'm not going to, so many of you have given me the privilege of telling me your inner world and all of the things like family challenges and financial things and all of the things that I know about, so many of you that I'm obviously not going to disclose. But I'm here sharing this because I know that nothing is perfect. And we have to learn how to not get distracted or fall off our path or get stuck in these lower frequencies of like victim mentality and oh my god, I'm just consumed by all of these things that are happening. Feel the feelings, but then also decide and create that safety within yourself and bring yourself back to that stability. And that's the power of this nervous system work that I always talk about. Is I'm very resilient. Like I don't care what's going to happen. I am coming back to my business. I am coming back to my purpose and why I'm here, and the conviction and the certainty and the confidence of like, okay, if this happens, then I pivot. If I'm not able to do this talk now, I'm going to do it next year. And I'm going to repurpose the content and everything that I've learned about employee engagement and transforming company culture, and I'm going to do it for another company. I'm not just going to sit here and sulk. I'm going to do the damn thing and come on and share everything with you guys, and hopefully inspire you to keep going, to seek out support, to shift your perspective. Because the way that I see it is, okay, God protected me with all three of these experiences. Lindsay never got sick. I threw up a couple times. I was down for about a day with the stomach flu. She got protected. I don't care about myself. I can deal with it. The second one, they were rear-ended. Everything was fine with the car accident. No one was hurt. You could burn my car. I don't care about the car. Cars to me are transportation. Get me from A to B. I have a great rental car. Everything's taken care of. God protected them. God protected me yesterday because who knows? I think it was the wind. Something was happening where if we would have taken off, you guys have seen everything in the news about these planes. Who knows what could have happened? So I see it as divine protection. And I'm not in scarcity of like, this is my only speaking opportunity and this is it. I'm like, okay, I've got, I think, 5 different speaking opportunities lined up in the next like month or something. And it's just going to keep flowing to me. Just like with clients, I hear so many people that are afraid of rejection and afraid of people saying no. We have to normalize people saying yes, no, not right now, whatever, and learn how to navigate through it. It's stretching your capacity with discomfort and tension. And this is something we're talking about right now in my Aligned and Abundant course. Because if you always avoid discomfort, you're never going to grow. You're going to stay small and avoid anything like sales conversations, marketing, putting yourself out there, stretching your visibility. So we need to stretch our capacity with discomfort and tension. So, all of that to say, I am back at it today. Yes, I'm going to cry. Yes, I'm going to feel the feelings and be disappointed. And I was very professional and just wrote these people an email from MHA and I was like, hey, I can't control the weather. I can't control sickness. I can't control somebody rear-ending my husband. There's a lot of themes throughout these different experiences, and I can't spend my life in fear of what's going to happen. I have to deal with what's in front of me. And that's what I feel like I've learned, especially having a child, is I really don't have control. Control is very much an illusion. And all I can do is show up and be myself. All I can do is do my best and be of service and help the people that are ready and love all of you. That's all I can do. And the rest is up to God. Like I can't force people to work with me. I can't force people to do certain things, and I've learned to just like, okay, this isn't aligned right now. There's a million other opportunities. And that's what this nervous system and feeling your feelings and regulating your emotions and then coming back even stronger, that's what this work gives you. So I know that this has increased my capacity. All of these different events, it's made me more resilient. It's helped me let go even more. It's helped me trust and lean on God and my faith and everything that's going to flow in because I've got so many other great things going on. Just like with dating, think about it. If you're like, "Oh my God, this is the one and this is the only guy that like this is my dream man and this is it." Like you're putting a lot of pressure on that thing, on that person, on that client. And when you can really start to loosen the grip and let go and give things space, new things are going to come in. And this comes down to your nervous system state. If we have control patterns and anxiety, it's going to be hard to let things go. But when we do this work, when we show our nervous system safety, and there's so many different ways to do that, then it's safe for you to leave the airport. It's safe for you to let go and know that everything is working out for your good, for your highest good, always. Always, always, always. And maybe I'll end on this right here. Who could be angry when you've got these shoes? So I just got these shoes. This is part of kind of my upgrade. I figured I would show you guys this. So these are Betsy Johnson. I think one of my other clients has these shoes. And I just said to myself, okay, I'm going for it. I'm gonna walk into. I think I have a talk next week. I'll probably wear these to that talk. It's at a Senior Care Connections. It's a networking meeting, and I'm giving a talk on connection, and similar to the one that I did last week. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting myself these, right? So when all else fails, have some fun. Life isn't that serious. It's okay. Things happen. I count my blessings. I look to gratitude for like my daughter's healthy. I'm healthy. My parents are, our in-laws, everybody's healthy. I am safe. I am physically safe right now. And I anchor back into that. So I'd love to hear your thoughts because I see people that are still watching with me What change are you navigating right now? Maybe it has to do with your health or your family or finances or relationships. These are things that come up in business, and it's so important that instead of stopping the momentum that we have this work and these tools to be able to say, okay, I'm going to take a pause. I'm going to nurture myself. What do I need in this moment? And I'm going to tend to all of my needs today and then keep going. Because so many of us, and I've seen this I've worked with thousands of clients. I see so many people just stop and then they abandon their business and then they beat themselves up and they get dragged and spiral out into, family issues or these different things. And then they never move forward with their business because they don't know how to navigate change. And that's not a judgment. It's just an observation that I've seen over years and years and years. And so I wanted to share this with you because this is real life. This is how I navigate change. Buying $1 million business. Yeah, wow. Go you, Kevin. Uncharted territory. Yeah. So your nervous system doesn't have a blueprint for that yet. And there's a lot of uncertainty. There can be a lot of fear, but also excitement, right? When you're going and doing something new, see if you can shift your energy and your mindset around that. Like, wow, this gets to be an adventure for me. This gets to be something that I model for my children. And I always think to myself too, like, what am I learning? What would I tell Lindsay? I would tell her, honey, disappointment happens, people get sick, people get into car accidents, people have all different things that we navigate, but you stay focused on your target. What is the target? For me, my business is not just a business. It's not a side hustle. It's not a like hobby or anything like that. It's a mission that I am pulled back every single day to fulfill. So it's not something that I can just let go or be like, oh, I'll work on it when I get time or when this, da 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 da, da, or I'll invest when I'm ready. That's not even in my vocabulary. That's not even a vibe in my energy. I am so committed that I am in that frequency of confidence, certainty, conviction that God has placed this mission on my heart. And I am not stopping unless I'm dead. Unless I die in a plane crash or whatever, that's when I'll stop. That's the level of commitment and drive and desire, and I'm going for it, and nothing is going to stop me. That is that is the vibe here. So I see Julie Erickson, I see Katrina, Sharon. I don't know who's still on with me, but I hope that this invited you into a new perspective around how to navigate the things that we can't control. I get to show up and shine every day. I choose to do that. I can control that. These other things I can't control and they don't really matter. And as long as my family's safe, it's okay. Because guess what? There's 1,000 other opportunities and amazing things going on in my life. I have the book coming out soon, Expanding Your Brilliance. We're going to be launching that. It's launch day is April 4th, by the way. So to get bestseller status, everybody mark your calendar because I'm going to be posting that everywhere. Buy the book on April 4th to help us. Um, I've got like 25 different clients right now. I have, Lindsay's healthy, Penny's healthy. There's so much good. And at the same time, we don't want to just bypass our emotions. So it's a balance. You have to feel your emotions and move through. Death cannot stop you. Yeah, beautiful. I love it. Kevin, thank you so much for spending time. And whoever else is watching this replay, I am going to go get to work here today, but I appreciate you. Hopefully, this helps someone out there, no matter what you're going through. Again, whether it's finances, family stuff, health stuff, whatever that might be. when you have these tools to navigate it, it's not just about the mindset, right? Because your body and your nervous system inform your mindset. That's how the nervous system works. So when you're in fight or flight, you're going to be thinking thoughts of urgency and pressure and all of that. But when you're in safety, when you're in a place of inner peace that nothing can shake you, then you see possibilities. Then you can think critically. Then you can come up with solutions and problem solve. And that's the juicy spot that will help you actually skyrocket your clients and cash flow. So, anyway, I hope that you guys have a great Monday, and I will talk to you soon. All right, bye.